Tonight, the Car Warriors All-Stars take on a brand new group of challengers.
Oh no, it's running!
And this time, they've definitely met their match.
You guys need a hand over here?
Oh, those guys haven't got a clue.
For the All-Stars, tensions are running high.
Oh, they got a fire! Turn it off!
And dissension may destroy their chances.
Stands a car like this.
Thanks, Rich.
Not too many people piss me off, but you piss me off.
The challengers are ready.
We got it in! We got it in!
But in a 72-hour custom car build,
You don't even know what you're building, do you?
anything can happen.
Get out of my face!
A prima donna bitch.
So get ready.
We trained for this.
Car Warriors starts now. They are the Car Warriors All-Stars. The best in the business. Each week, they take on a new small-town team of challengers in a 72-hour custom car build throwdown. And when the clock hits 0, 3 of the world's most renowned automotive experts break down every detail of their rides. If the challengers win, they take home both cars. If they lose, they go home with nothing. This is the wildest car building competition ever. This is Car Warriors.
Hi everyone, I'm your host Mark Istok, and welcome to Car Warriors. This is the most intense car building competition ever seen on TV. Both our All-Stars and our Challengers, they will start with 2 identical cars, currently a mystery to both teams. The goal, to radically transform these cars into over-the-top custom rides. Now, before we reveal this week's cars, let's meet our teams, starting off with the Car Warriors All-Stars.
Rich Evans, team leader.
Tommy Ichiotis. Paint.
Rhino Templeton. Paint.
Nicole Lyons, engines and mechanics.
Dave Cook, engines and mechanics.
Ian Roussel, fabricator.
Tina Sharp. Interior.
Scott Owens. Interior.
We are the best in the business.
And now their challengers from St. George, Utah, SKJ Customs.
Rick Shealy, fabrication, paint, and bodywork. Dale Wheeler, paint, body, electrical.
Scott Tish, interior specialist.
Ben Stevens, paint and body.
Dave Shealy, mechanical.
Dave Garcia. Body and paint.
Wayne Glasgow, engine, transmission.
Wayne Glasgow Jr. Engine and fabrication.
SKJ Customs, a veteran group of hot rod builders from small-town St. George, Utah, who are here to prove they belong on the world stage.
We just want to show everybody that we're not the backyard mechanics. We are the all-stars. A lot of my employees at SKJ Customs are more like family. We've known each other, some of us for 15 years.
I would think of us as a fine-oiled machine. When we get into a mode, it's like nothing can stop us.
Beautiful. I believe that SKJ Customs is the best shop in the country, and we want some notoriety. When we win this thing and we get home, we're going to get a huge hero's welcome from our hometown. We're going to put Utah on the map, and everybody at home is going to be really proud of that.
Challengers, welcome. All-Stars, welcome. Do you guys have any idea what car is underneath the tarp?
Not yet. No idea.
Rich, any clue?
No idea.
Rhino?
It's a boat, whatever it is.
It's a boat. Challengers, any idea?
No idea.
Well, let me tell you how this is going to work. You guys have 72 hours to create the most unbelievable, over-the-top custom rides you can possibly think of. The only obstacle is that ticking clock. Now, when time runs out, that's when our expert panel of judges comes in, and they're going to pour over every single detail of your build. And challengers, if somehow you guys are able to beat the All-Stars, you get to take your car with you back to Utah, and you get to take home theirs too. But if you guys lose, you go home empty-handed. All right, guys, now is the moment we have all been waiting for. The cars you'll spend the next 72 hours rebuilding are 1979 Cadillac DeVille.
The Caddy.
This car has 2 zip codes, dude.
Hey, does this come with life jackets?
79 Cadillac DeVille.
What the hell do you do with that?
When I seen that car, I was about ready to pull my hair out. There's so much interior in a Cadillac.
Big seats, a lot of panels, a lot of work to finish.
The first things that started popping into my mind were, what can we do to this thing to make it something you don't see every day?
We just do what we do and make it badass.
All right, it's a big American car. It's a lot of work to do in 72 hours.
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's a lot of work.
Challengers, I gotta ask, you both have identical cars. Who do you think's gonna win this thing?
We're gonna win it.
We got
Hands
this.
down.
We got it.
It's all
All right, calm down, guys. Calm down. Before we get started, there's one more thing you should know. As soon as the clock starts, our engine challenge begins. The first team to get their motor out of the car, wheeled to the square on the ground in front of it, wins the engine challenge and the choice from one of these 2 impressive motors.
The Chevy Big Block is the engine each team really wants. This motor will push 480 horsepower, and one of the main judging points is performance. So a win in the engine challenge gives the winner a huge advantage. The small block will certainly work, but it will only give out 425 horsepower.
All right, can I get 72 hours on the clock, please? Challengers, I hope you're ready. We're ready. All-Stars, I hope you're ready. Because Car Warriors begins now.
The first thing we've got to do is disconnect everything that connects the engine and transmission to the frame. All the way back.
A 1979 Cadillac Coupe de Ville has a 425 cubic inch V8 big block engine under the hood. The job of removing it isn't easy.
We need a hacksaw as well.
Knowing that the winner of the challenge gets the first choice of engines, the challengers hit the ground running, going for that big block.
Come on, I got the hood off already. Somebody hold the front of the hood.
Got it.
Start bringing that in. Bring that in.
We started on the engine challenge and Rich is on the roof, cutting the roof out.
I was a little thrown off when Rich was cutting the top out. I really thought that we were going to all focus on winning the engine challenge.
Tight squeeze.
Here we go, all the way down.
Okay.
Start going that way.
They're kicking our ass here.
Cut the bottom hose, somebody.
Go.
They yanked their motor out before I could hardly even blink.
Down, drop down. Drop it.
Drop that bitch.
Sometimes you wonder where Rich's mind's at because we were doing an engine challenge, not cutting a roof challenge.
I think that's ultimately why we lost, is Rich decided not to help.
All right, All-Stars, stop working on your car. Come over here, please.
Quit cutting the roof off. Take the motor out.
We came in here kicking ass. We got our motor out first. I'm sure it was weighing heavy on Rich because he's the all-star and he's the captain.
Their whole team is pulling a motor out, then nobody's working on the top. You can definitely do that 5 minutes later.
Better leadership on our part. Would have thought of all that stuff.
I just went for it. That's what I wanted to do. Being a team leader, that was my choice.
All right, challengers, congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
You guys won the engine challenge. You get your pick of motors. Which one do you guys want to go with?
No replacement for displacement.
You want the big block?
Big block.
All right, All-Stars, that means you end up with the small block.
The All-Star team is totally lost as far as power plant goes. When you have a big, heavy caddy like this, you need torque to get this thing rolling.
All right, you guys have divvied up the engines. Now the parts cage is officially open. Teams, go get your parts.
In the parts cage, the challengers and the all-stars will find everything they need to make a fully customized Cadillac.
I got my parts.
Suspension packages, drivetrain packages, transmissions, gear ratios, shock springs, and a wide selection of wheels and tires. Choosing tires is vital to the design process of any car, and both teams have a wide variety of hand-cooked performance tires.
I guess lay it up next to it and look at it and see.
Yeah! As both teams scramble for parts, forefront in their minds are the 5 major steps to building these Cadillacs. Design, interior fabrication and suspension, engine installation, paint, and reassembly and interior installation. First up, design.
The design, the approach is the only way to go, which is full pimp.
well, shoot, let's Snoop Dogg this thing. Let's pimp this baby out.
Bold aesthetics, you know, bright colors.
White top, blue bottom. White graphics, purple pinstripe.
Flashy interior.
We're gonna do like a blue piping around the seats, all white.
Big rims, that kind of thing.
Me and Itchy immediately knew which rims we wanted for this ride. We wanted to kind of bling it out.
They work. They work.
The only thing as far as modifications to the body go, we cut the roof out. We actually didn't cut the whole roof out. We made it a target top, so we just cut a section out of it and left the back piece.
What's the name of the car? Come on.
Booty clap.
Booty clap.
The All-Stars have decided they're going to G this caddy up by going with a target top lowrider. So the guys from SKJ Customs are trying to go in a whole different direction.
Tires, guys, where do we want to go?
We need 2420s. We've got smaller tires and wheels in the front than we do in the rear. Yeah, the hand-cooked tires are badass. So it's actually going to set when we set it like a hot rod. So it's going to be a little bit higher in the rear, not much. I am nowhere near a lowrider guy. I hate them. So we're building a hot rod Cadillac. No roof at all. There won't be a top to pull up.
We went with a target top design. They went with a convertible design. An actual convertible you could buy off the showroom floor. Didn't go into the custom site. I think our target tops could have sent this build over the top.
I've seen tons of lowrider Cadillacs. We're trying to stay away from that.
Let's do it, gentlemen. Let's go to work. Come on, go.
After annihilating the All-Stars in the Engine Challenge, 6 hours have passed, and the second phase, interior, fabrication, and suspension, is well underway. Each team member is frantically racing to make sure that they keep their advantage.
Dave and Wayne are doing the suspension right now, and they're switching everything over to an airbag system so we can lower and raise the car whenever we want it. You guys are kicking ass. We're gonna have our motor running tonight so the All-Stars can hear it before the sun comes up.
I mean, the Challengers, they are moving.
We don't have guys that know what they're doing like those guys do.
We're really screwed. You know, and what do we do? What do we do?
When we last left the Challengers, they were working at breakneck speed and now have taken a huge lead on the All-Stars.
You guys are kicking ass.
Their hot rod caddy is starting to take shape, and the guys are almost finished installing the new suspension.
We're gonna throw a tank underneath, pumps underneath.
We want the car to have a rake like a hot rod, the ass a little bit higher than the front.
Can you come a little bit more?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to see something?
Yeah, baby!
Nice, Wayne. Oh, yeah.
They pretty much got the suspension wrapped up. I think if here in the next 2 or 3 hours we get that motor compartment done and get that motor in, I think that thing will move again.
The Challengers have conquered a massive step by finishing their intricate airbag system very quickly. So for the All-Stars to keep up, they have all hands on deck and are trying to roll through steps 2 and 3 simultaneously. But sometimes it's easier said than done.
Drop between your legs.
Yes, I'm kind of rusty on this.
Like, never done it before, you mean?
Well, I've got between my legs before, but...
Right now, what you're doing is steering that back end down.
I actually stepped in and helped Dave and Nicole put that engine in, and I realized that Dave is kind of treating Nicole like she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, we got to get a little bit
No, it's okay.
right there.
I'm going to pick up the back of the tranny, and then all this falls into place.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you're almost right there. I know exactly. You don't have to school me on it.
Nicole, I think, knows a lot more than Dave anticipates.
To have a guy not really take you seriously is definitely something that pisses me off.
My priority on this challenge is to get the car done, not keep people happy.
He's treating her like a child.
Could you see and find a bulb for this, babe?
I don't even know if Dave knows my name. To tell you the truth, I think Dave thinks my name is Baby.
Get a hacksaw, baby, please.
Hacksaw.
Would you do me a favor, babe? Reach in from the side and let that down, please.
It goes right there. Oh, good, baby. Line it up.
Yeah, I'm with you, babe.
To avoid confrontation, I think Nicole just needs to step it up and just do it. Use your skills. Do what you gotta do, babe.
As the All-Stars are dealing with personality conflicts that are affecting their progress, the Challengers are rolling along nicely and ready to get their big block in the caddy.
You got it? Okay, come on back and down.
Got the drive shaft started?
Drive shaft's in. We need to come back another inch and a half. We put the motor and tranny and everything in about 3 minutes.
Who's the bitches now? Motor in! Yeah!
I think that once we get that thing fired up, it's just going to kick them while they're down. They're having trouble making that small block fit in there.
You guys need a hand over here? You don't need help? No, we're good. We need help? We got this handled, thank you. I don't know, those guys haven't got a clue.
Raise it up.
He goes, we can't get this thing to fit in here.
We could put 2 big blocks in there right now.
Watching the Challengers get their engine in quickly is definitely cause for concern for the All-Stars. But their biggest concern may be the size of this caddy. The interior on this ride would normally take at least 100 hours, and the All-Stars don't have that kind of time.
The interior is a nightmare. Big seats, a lot of panels, a lot of work to finish. Oh yeah, that does not sound good. As if this build wasn't tough enough in the 72 hours, Tina's just gotten sick. Tina's the only person on our team that can sew. If she's not feeling better, then we have no seats.
I just don't have time to be sick.
I mean, what are we going to do if we lose our upholstery girl? We got nothing. We got nobody that can pick up that sewing machine.
I'm really concerned about the status of the upholstery is with Tina being sick and the clock ticking.
The All-Stars continue to trail their opposition after almost 15 hours. And the fact that the Challengers are about to fire up their engine doesn't help matters at all.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's just twist it together right here. Try it again. Let's see what we got.
Oh no, it's running! Woo!
Okay, All-Stars, listen, this is what you stepped into.
I mean, the Challengers are hauling ass on that car. And to hear that big block fire up, I was just like,
Hey, when are you guys gonna get started on the bodywork?
Bring it on, Rich. You're falling behind. Our car's running. Let's go, buddy.
Knowing the Challengers are rolling is definitely a wake-up call for the All-Stars. But after a few hours, the All-Stars engine is in, and they are ready to try and fire it up.
Give it some gas.
Oh.
Let's take the coil wire out of the end of the distributor and just see if it cracks to ground. Let's check the spark first.
Off. Fire again.
When we last left the Challengers, they just got their engine started.
Oh no, it's running!
While the All-Stars ignition process didn't go as smoothly.
Let's check the spark first.
Dave,
What's going on over there? The All-Stars engine's backfiring right now because their distributor's 180 degrees out. If they would just pull the cap off, turn the rotor 180 degrees and slip it back in, it'd fire right up.
They know everything. Okay, let's check it out.
With the All-Stars having trouble getting their engine started, Rich continues to do the massive amount of body work it's going to take to make this target top design perfect.
My decision was to go for the style just because there's not too many things you can do with the caddy, and I really thought that the target top was going to be the key.
I see you guys eyeing all this. I see you guys looking over here and checking our out.
You left that roof on for a spoiler?
Yeah, we like to add style to our car, bro. Not just bland, square, boxy crap.
Rich Evans is talking mad on a car that won't run or do anything else.
When we installed the engine, for some reason the firing order was out, so we had to retime the engine. We did that pretty quickly and it started up just fine.
With the All-Stars engine started, it's starting to become a race to the finish.
What happens when you go up against the All-Stars? We train for this.
Hey guys, can we come around here really quick and get a group meeting? Can we get a group meeting real quick?
We ain't got time.
Make time. You guys all know, talking from Rich over here, I don't want to hear another word out of his mouth the rest of the time we're in here, so we got to get this thing in the booth right now.
The color that we chose is solid black, which is the hardest color to paint.
It will magnify everything. That's what's taken us so long, is trying to make sure everything is perfect before we go in. It's starting to get crunch time right now. Everybody's slowed down from yesterday, so everybody's kind of dragging.
I'm feeling pretty tired. I'm starting to feel it.
My fingers keep locking up, my arm keeps cramping up. I can't even put a set of disc brakes on right now.
I've only laid down for about 40 minutes and I didn't sleep at all. I'm just like achy and sore. You know, like you feel right before you catch a cold? That's the way I'm feeling right now.
My eyes have been the most tired. Looking at the patterns, doing the sewing, that's taken a toll.
It's been basically me taking care of the whole interior.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to do a custom upholstery in a car. I mean, they throw at us a 79 Cadillac. I mean, it's twice the size of an average car. This is a major challenge, probably one of the biggest challenges I've ever faced.
Both teams have been awake for over 30 hours, and Scott has become very grouchy because of lack of sleep, and his frustration with the interior is rising.
How's the upholstery coming, Scott? Where are we at?
I expect it to be coming.
Scott decides he's going to have a meltdown on us.
God! I mean, I'm by my frickin' self!
I think Scott probably is feeling a little bit more pressure than the rest of us because he is a one-man crew.
You know what? You got 7 other guys helping you. Hey, you gonna have that bitchin' interior? No, I'm not. You guys are over here huddled around. I'm over there freezing my ass off.
Classic.
Just get out of my face. You understand?
Get out of my face.
Get out of my face.
You can go home. He stomps off. I go over to see, you know, why he's so upset. What was that about, dude?
Hey, I'm just tired of all this crap, all right?
You don't think that I'm stressed? Well, when I ask you something, you don't blow up in front of my crew like that, ever.
Although back on track and feeling good about most areas of the build, the All-Stars are having interior problems of their own.
Oh, I'm starting to get a headache.
So we've got a problem right now because Tina's sick and the upholstery isn't moving forward, the sewing part of it.
Last time I saw her, she was sitting at the upholstery bench and just sheet white.
Bathroom. Uh-oh. Tina is sick. I'm worried, I'm nervous, I'm scared. Interior is a main judging point. We could lose this challenge over our interior not being right.
Despite major question marks concerning the interior of the All-Stars Cadillac, Rich has finished sanding and the All-Stars are ready to get this baby into the spray booth.
Well, I took my NyQuil and I'm gonna go kick it. Best part of the day.
I'm in an urgency to get the car in the booth. I want to make sure that I give it ample time to dry so that we can work on it and make it a better build at the end.
After being behind for the entire build thus far, the All-Stars have come back and are now ahead, becoming the first team to get to the 4th step, paint.
We're getting our car in the paint booth.
Open the doors!
And the other side is frozen with their mouths open and they're just watching us thinking that they're actually losing.
But as Rhino begins to prime, he notices major flaws in the way Rich sanded the car.
Who sands a car like this? Well, the problem is Rich sanded the bodywork for 36 grit and you're trying to prime over it.
36 grit sandpaper is the most abrasive sandpaper used in the automotive industry.
You might as well sand the car with asphalt. Holy Thanks, Rich.
Now, Rhino has to deal with this cluster of a job that Rich Evans put out because he doesn't want to put the finished time in.
We'll have to sand it again. This sucks. Who sands with 36 grit and walks away?
Nobody.
Then we gotta reblock the whole thing, reprime it, resand it, and then seal it, and then base coat. We're slow, dude. Open the doors!
After the All-Stars beat the challengers into the booth, Rhino began to add primer and noticed that Rich had used a low-grade sandpaper.
Holy Thanks, Rich.
Leaving him unable to paint.
Who sands with 36 grit and walks away?
Not having any of this, Rhino wakes Rich up immediately to finish the job correctly.
As far as Rich goes, I think it'd be more beneficial and more productive if we stay on that job we're doing, finish it, and move on to the next task.
What are you buzzing in, bro? Rhino, what are you buzzing in?
5 coats of primer, dude. Don't leave it at 36 ever again. 220.
Going with the 36 grit sandpaper, the guys are going to complain, oh, there's too many scratches, this and that. You know what? I have a process. Hey, if they have a different and a better way, step up and jump into it, man.
Looks like some pretty deep scratches. Somebody missed them right here.
Somebody missed them?
Their bodywork was finished in 36 grit, which would scratch your knuckles to bleed if you run it across it. So that's how big the scratches are.
Rich just woke up from a dead sleep and came out like he was shot out of a cannon, immediately trash talking to the other team.
Hey, weren't you working on that same panel when I went to bed, bro?
Out of the blue, Rich just starts pounding on me. I think he was trying to work me down. He's picking on our ideas and he's picking on the car, and I think he's trying to break me and get me to change something.
I got some beauty sleep too, bro.
The car's not even straight yet, and he starts talking to the other team. He wants to make it a one-man pony show and only do a quarter of the work and then act like everything's going so good.
They ain't got nothing to say.
Rich was kind of adamant about sanding himself and getting it done. You know, he has a certain look he's, trying to achieve.
So he made it very apparent that he didn't want anybody else there except him.
Go get sleep, bro. Let me do this. Let me have this and a blower, and I got it handled.
After Rich turns down his teammates when they ask to help him, the All-Stars decide to leave Rich and go to bed, letting him fix his own mess alone.
I feel pretty good right now. I got 3 hours sleep. Once I'm done with this, then I'm going to get a good 8 hours sleep. These boys can get up and do their thing, and I'm going to snooze like a polar bear, bro.
Meanwhile, on the Challenger side, after hours of constant work and thinking about his blow-up, Scott doesn't want to fight anymore. So he decides he needs to reconcile with team leader Rick.
Rick, I'm here for the build, man. I'm not going to walk out on the team, so... The build's important to me. It was up to me to bury the hatchet and work this thing out.
No, we're all good.
Get this car done.
As Rick and Scott settle their differences...
Good job, Scott.
All right, thanks, Rick.
Rick gets some more good news. The car is ready for paint.
What do you think? We're about there?
Yeah, we're about there. Ready, set, push.
As Rick decides to get some much-needed rest, he puts his trust in the young guns to get it done in the paint booth.
I don't have to babysit anybody. I don't have to know if this guy's getting his done or this done. It's just happening.
For the All-Stars, Rich has finished resanding and gone back to sleep, while the rest of the team has awoken and Rhino is back at it once again.
Now, Rhino has to finish and concentrate on all the unfinished business that Rich Evans dropped in Rhino's lap.
What I'm trying to attempt is next to impossible. But then again, I wouldn't be here if I didn't do the impossible, right?
Round two.
I've got 6 hours.
While Rhino continues to paint, the All-Stars' focus immediately falls on the interior. 2 days have passed, and Tina is still ill with the flu.
It's in a trailer, sleeping.
Well, without interior, we'll be sitting on milk carton crates.
Getting the interior finished in time has become a major concern.
She's fallen quite a bit behind. And the people from Utah, especially the upholstery guy, is doing a beautiful job. And we got to count on her.
There's no way we're going to finish this on time. We've got to get Tina feeling better and in here now. Tina.
Wake up, Tina, we need you.
They are murdering the interior over there on the Challenger side.
I am really, really worried that she might not be able to bring it and finish it.
Is there anything I can get you to help you kind of spring up a little bit?
I mean, we got nobody else that can do her job. And what do we do? What do we do?
With a shot of something. I'm up. All right. You can do it.
I finally see the face I want to see, and it's Tina. And she is ready to take the reins and make it happen.
Okay, here we go.
Still very sick, Tina is working like crazy to catch up. But after hearing that Rich went back to sleep and didn't stay up to help the team, Tina's fired up.
So he wasn't accepting any help?
No.
And now he'll go lay down and not offer any help?
Exactly. Rich is nowhere to be found, and everyone really could use his help, especially the upholstery department. Tina is livid right now.
She shouldn't be sleeping right now. She should be up with us doing all the grunt work, not delegating the grunt work, getting things at a 60% level, and then bailing.
I found out that he had gone to take a shower after having probably about 10 hours of sleep today.
He took a 10-hour nap and then went and took a shower.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that special?
I don't get mad very easy, but boy, that made me mad.
The scar is back. Fresh, nice breath when he talks to you, too.
Hey, Rich, you feel good?
Like $1 million.
Yeah? You know, we
Like
can
that?
use an awful lot of help here.
Really?
Not someone who's sleeping or going to take showers while the rest
Oh,
of us are
really?
getting all dirty. Not too many people piss me off, but you piss me off.
Oh, I pissed you off?
You're not much of a team player.
When we last left the All-Stars, they were behind in the interior department because of Tina's illness.
Wake up, Tina, we need you.
When she returned, the team was racing to make up time, with the exception of Rich, who had been asleep for the last 8 hours.
Hey, Rich, you feel good?
Like $1 million.
Yeah? Not too many people piss me off, but you piss me off. He's gotten more sleep than anybody. Ultimately, we are a team, and he needed to know that he wasn't being part of the team.
Don't give me about sleep time and this and that. That's a pretty good shock for me for somebody that slept 14 hours straight. It's a little hypocritical to get jabbed at by somebody that needs to really pay attention to what she's doing. I get an 8 hours sleep and I had 2-3 hours from there and I get my ass chewed.
With Tina and Rich still bickering, the other All-Stars are helping Rhino with this monstrous paint job. But in the Challengers paint booth, Ben is all alone and is struggling to get the unforgiving satin black finish to dry evenly.
When you're standing there painting something and you don't like it, first thing you think of is, how can I fix it? And it's what bothered me the most was I didn't realize how much time I spent on it trying to get it right. So that's when I really started freaking out and had to ask for help.
When Benny realized, I can't do this, he came out and pulled me out of the trailer and had me come in. And he was having trouble not leaving a dry edge between panels. This stuff was constantly wanting to dry faster than he could put it on.
A satin black paint job requires a very precise paint mixture. Any deviation will cause a splotchy finish on the car.
Your air pressure has to be perfect. Your mix has to be perfect. We changed the mix a little bit and put it on a little heavier.
Despite Rick's attempts to fix Ben's mistakes, it's just too late, and there is nothing anyone can do.
Now I'm super concerned if we're ever going to finish it. To leave him here all by himself, shooting that stuff that he had never shot before was ridiculous. There's nobody to blame but me.
Feeling discouraged and unsatisfied about never getting the right mix, Rick decides they have to get the car out of the booth to finish the rest of the car in time. Meanwhile, Rhino has finished his paint job like a true pro.
We are looking hot.
I'm dead tired, but I'm jumping right now inside my head because that paint job's badass. I wanted something to be really loud and flashy yet classy, so I went with the blue-white combination and used the ice pearls, so when you pull it out in the sun, it's gonna pop and bling, and then I got time to add the ghost flames, and that set the whole thing off right there. I did a 7-day paint job in about 12 to 14 hours. I'm personally impressed with myself.
Kick ass. Not too much you can do with these cars to make them look cool. The All-Stars found a way.
It's crunch time, and the fifth step, reassembly an interior installation, has begun. Rich knows his earlier confrontation with Tina is still unresolved, but for the good of the team, Rich wants to find a way to make up and help Tina finish.
I was just like, wow, how do I handle this? And I kind of just roll my eyes back in my head and go, you know what? I'm better than that. I walked over to her and say, what can I help you with?
He needs help. He's got all kinds of help with. I said my piece with Rich, and I really think it helped.
Do we have a frame for the back window?
That's it, right here.
I think it needed to be done, and I'm happy that Tina was the one and she had enough, ambition to go over there and tell him what's up.
Both of these teams have their backs against the wall. Right now, the All-Stars are working on getting their exhaust installed, their interior finished, and the stereo system done. And as you can see, there's plenty of bodywork to do over here as well. Meanwhile, the Challengers may be slightly ahead. Their bumper is on already, their exhaust is finished, and that frees up more guys to work on the interior and the fit and finish that really makes a difference with the judges. Either way, both of these teams are racing to the finish line.
This is when all the dreams come true, right now.
45 seconds left.
I need a light. Here it is, here it is.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
We got it in. We got it
2,
in.
1. Car Warriors, put down your tools. All right.
We're taking this
Well done.
home.
That's right. That's right.
All right, All-Stars, go ahead and gather around. Challengers, over here, guys. Bring it in, bring it in. All right, All-Stars, Challengers, give yourselves a big hand, guys. 72 hours ago, those cars were junkers. Now these are incredible custom rides, all because you guys worked your tails off. I think you deserved it, all right? Now, All-Stars, you guys have done this before. Challengers, how tough was getting this done in 72 hours?
The hardest thing I've ever done.
I don't know how they do it every week.
Welcome to our world.
You guys are badass to come back here every week and do
You
this.
as well, man.
Well, guys, I know you think that the 72-hour build was the hard part, but the difficult part is just about to begin with the judging, and that's when we come back. 45 seconds left.
I need a light. Here it is, here it is.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Car Warriors, put down your tools.
They built for 72 straight hours. Now it's time to reveal the cars.
Our car is far more of a statement. It's a super pimp.
It's the only Targa Cadillac on the planet.
We've got a really nice design. Mean stance and satin black. What more could you want?
Ours has a heartbeat and a soul, and it's artistic.
We do like we always do. We step up to the plate and we hit a home run every time. This Cadillac's no exception, and we're gonna win.
It is time to put these cars to the test. And to do the job, we've got the best in the business. Jimmy Shine, a world-renowned car builder and race car driver. His aggressive creations have made him a legend in the hot rod world. Mad Mike, best known for his over-the-top customs on Pimp My Ride. He's the electronic engineering genius behind some of today's hottest show cars. And George Barris, the granddaddy and king of customizers. He's the creator of some of the world's most famous cars, including the Batmobile, and from the TV show The Munsters, the Munster Coach. These guys are primed and ready to probe over every single inch of these Cadillacs.
We judge on 4 components. Interior, exterior, engine bay, and performance.
For the performance test, judges will evaluate speed using 0 to 60 times and handling in a slalom test. Both the All-Stars and the Challengers selected low-profile hand-cooked tires for aggressive handling on tight turns. Let's see what happens. First up, the Challengers.
Oh, yeah. Sounds great. Yeah. That had balls. This is what it's about. It was amazing. It had a lot of speed. It was really good handling.
SKJ Customs, their car did ride pretty damn nice. Some issues.
Let me try the radio. It's not even mounted. What did you do? Just throw it in here? That is.
I don't see a whole lot of creativity or imagination. It's a real old recipe, real old formula. You just cut the top off and make a convertible out of it.
Who's the painter?
All painters.
It's got all these splotchy marks on it.
This stuff was constantly wanting to dry faster than he could put it on.
It looks like a cow. Come on, guys. You gotta do better than this.
So you guys installed an airbag system on this as well. I'll give that to you.
I really like the interior. You did an excellent job.
Nice choice of colors.
A silver with a flat black, which is a good combination. You got a great interior.
It looks like you grabbed the Cadillac symbol and kind of made an armrest. I like that.
What you've done to your engine compartment is very good.
However, you could have done an upholstered top as well, some kind of a cover. Somebody took a shortcut here.
After critiquing the Challenger's car, the judges turn their attention over to the All-Stars.
I think I need to cut my legs off at the knees so I can reach the pedals properly. There's no seat adjustment. I mean, not that I'm a super fat fella, but I am quite close to the steering wheel. Shift's good, throttle response, good brakes. I mean, overall, the car's pretty well done.
The steering was kind of a little floppy. I think the carburetor needs to be adjusted. When you give it some gas, it really doesn't go. It goes a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you're giving it too much gas. No. On the performance side, this one really sucked.
I like the fuzzy dice, though. I like the way you guys cut and made this target top on here. It's finished. It's nice. You thought about it. It's been addressed.
Who are these, 15s?
Yeah.
Banging?
Yeah, it's a cruiser. It's got to be.
I'm liking that.
In the trunk area, you guys went into a lot of work to get that sound system. I like the extra creativity of something different.
And you named it Booty Clap?
Just for you, Mike.
The paint job's beautiful. It's got some forethought in it. I think you managed your time wisely.
The inside of this, you got a lot of internal work. You got a little imperfection here. You're lacking a lot of detail here.
The interior panels, they need a lot of work. At first glance, these cars seem about equal. It's going to be really tough to judge.
All right, thank you, judges. You've seen the cars. Now it's time for you to tally your votes. Coming up, we announce the winner of Car Warriors. 1979 Cadillac DeVille.
The Caddy.
Come on, I got the hood off already.
Quit cutting the roof off. Take the motor out. Oh, no, it's running.
Open the doors.
Holy. Thanks, Rich.
Not too many people piss me off, but you piss me off.
How many people do you need over there to help you?
You know what? You got 7 other guys helping you.
There's nobody to blame but me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, teams. I know it was a very long 72 hours. Who is our Car Warrior champion? Now, All-Stars, I know you guys have staked your reputation on this Cadillac. You guys are here fighting to prove that you are the best in the world and fighting to show these guys that you're on top. Challengers, I know you're trying to win your Cadillac, take home the All-Stars Cadillac, and earn some bragging rights. And if you lose, you walk away with nothing. Are you guys ready to find out who won this thing?
Yeah.
All right, teams. It all comes down to this. The winner of this week's Car Warriors is the All-Stars!
Both interiors were great, but the Challengers had some issues with the paint job. I think somebody rubbed up against the car when they were trying to paint it. Hey, rule number 1 is no one gets near the car before it gets painted.
Nothing to be sore about it. It's all right. We still like you. We're all friends.
The Challengers, I give them credit, but they just couldn't match the style and the quality of work that the All-Stars did.
In the end, the All-Stars are the All-Stars for a reason. Their overall vehicle looked better, ran better, rode better. Tough luck to SKJ. Better luck next time.
Rich sometimes might be difficult to work with, but he definitely knows what he's doing.
You know what? We won, and I think the reason we won was because of that target top.
The guy can definitely be a headstrong pain in the ass, but I gotta give him credit. The guy knows his stuff.
Congrats to these All-Stars. A great effort by these challengers, and next week we'll have new challengers and a new car right here on Car Warriors.